Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to talk today about the 10 reasons why I decided to have VSG surgery. So, first one, I could not get started for nothing. I love to work out. Many of you know I did like a boot camp for a year and a half, a burn boot camp, loved it. My metabolism is like on zero, okay? Plus I found out that I have some hypothyroidism and I just could not get my metabolism going. But there was something that transitioned in me when we moved here with this last move. If you follow my family, you know that we move quite often with my husband's job. I would wake up every morning and be like, today's the day, this is gonna be it. And making snack for the kids, a handful of goldfish there, something else later. I just couldn't get the ball rolling. And I just feel like I was consuming more calories than I normally had. And I just was getting nowhere. Plus, you know, it's just like if I look at something that is not something that is fresh food or something that has any sort of carbs in it, I just blow up like nitro. So I decided that because I needed something big in my life to make a change. This has been 10 long years. I gained quite a bit of weight with Christian, being that I had such a calorie restricted life for so many years before having children. And I mean like living off of 500 calories a day. When I started to have even a somewhat normal diet where my calories were in the 1,800 calorie a day, you know, I just put on the weight like that. We tried everything. I tried thyroid medication. We tried testosterone shots. I've tried Cytomel, which is thyroid. There was one more thing, and I can't remember, but tried everything and wouldn't budge a bit. I felt like lately in this last year, I've transitioned to not have the self-control that I once had. And so this is just a tool for me. I'm really excited to be able to do it, to jumpstart, you know, making a transition into a healthier life as far as eating. It's kind of the last piece of the puzzle for me. I've already done it with our medications. We've gone all natural, mostly. Probably like 80% as far as, you know, I use essential oils, the cleaning products in our house. So I've had a full transition, but this is one of the most important to me because it affects my self-esteem. And that too, having energy. I want to take a nap every day at about 1 o'clock. And I mean dead, like even around 11 o'clock, my energy starts to simmer down. So I'm really looking forward to shedding the weight so that I can have the energy to run and play. 3, I'm sick of being a bystander in my kid's life because of my energy level. When you're carrying around over 60 pounds, and I mean like I have like 100 pounds to lose, and when you're carrying around that amount of weight, running around with your kids just becomes where I'm watching George do it and I'm not a participant, and I'm over that. I'm done. So I want to be able to run, play, jump with my kids, have the endurance that they have. And I also, which brings me to point number 5, I love to work out. And it just became that I am the slowest one in the group. In my mind, I see myself as the old athlete that I was, and I don't have it in me anymore, where I'm cumbersome when I get off the floor. And that's probably number 6, where I'm cumbersome that I get off the floor, where my movements aren't as graceful anymore, you know, that I'm clunky and clumsy, and I just want to be able to have the fluidity and be able to enjoy my life to the capacity. Not even I used to have, because, you know, I'll tell you, and this is a side note, when you suffer with images and when you suffer with eating disorders, skinny is never enough. You're never small enough. You never see yourself as thin enough. And I was always very sad and self-conscious. God has really done something in my life lately where I feel enough, even like this. I just feel like He is increasing my self-esteem and acceptance of myself in ways that I have never experienced before. 6 for me is the big thing is that when I lose weight, my desire for myself is to love myself in every stage. That as the weight sheds and comes off, that wherever my body decides to land and whatever is the true weight for me, that I accept myself and it is enough. And I see myself the way that Christ sees me. That this is not so much about how thin I can get, but about how healthy I can become. But when I get there, that I love and see myself the way that he sees me. So that's another reason. It's just self-acceptance and self-love. Some of the other things I look forward to are, maybe you can't understand if you've never been there, but like my towel wrapping all the way around me. I don't know when that stopped. Probably sometime when I was pregnant with Christian, but being able to wrap a towel around me in the way that I used to and have it totally fit, being able to jump off the ground easily, being able to run again and run more than like a mile without feeling like I'm dying. I would love to be able to run like 3 miles 3 times a week. So that is another reason. That's probably number 8. I'm sorry. Number 8 is being able to run. I would love to be able to run a 5K easily without dying and be able to run 3 times a week just for health reasons. I used to enjoy running, so I would love to be able to have that back in my life. Things that I think about are being an example for my mom, so that being an example for my kids. So that's number 9, is being an example for my kids. I want them to be able to see me as a picture of health. Know that I'm an example for them for healthy living, and I am what I talk. We talk a lot about nutrition and we talk a lot about making good choices, but how do I model that when I'm not who I say I am, And it's for my marriage. And although my husband loves me, the effects that being overweight has on my self-esteem has a huge effect on my marriage. Wanting to cover myself up, the shame that surrounds you when you grossly overweight, it's not so much for him as it is for me, and having a transformation. Now, only that can come from God, but my prayer is that this will help me with my esteem, so that it has some positive effects on my marriage. So I would love for you to join me on my journey. Please like, share, and subscribe to Mom Saving Grace. I'll be journaling the whole transition. You guys have a blessed day.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to follow my journey and watch my next video to see what I ate on pre-op.